Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers. Usernames are hard. Thanks for the suggestion. You asked, where did the word robot come from? Great question, because honestly, it is kind of weird that we all just casually say robot like it's totally normal. Like, sure, that's a robot, that's a dishwasher, that's a coffee machine that judges me for ordering decaf. But who invented the word robot? And why does it sound like a mix between a sci-fi villain and a brand of industrial-strength glue? Stick around, because today we're exploring the unexpected and surprisingly dramatic origin of the word robot, right here on Explaining Everything. So the word robot was actually invented just over 100 years ago, which is wild, considering how often we act like robots are this ancient sci-fi prophecy. No, they were born around the same time as traffic lights and crossword puzzles. The word first appeared in 1920 in a play, yes, a play, like with curtains and awkward intermissions, by a Czech writer named Karel Čapek. And I'm going to butcher that pronunciation. So to all Czech speakers, I'm so sorry. The play was called R.U.R, which stands for Rossum's Universal Robots. And no, Rossum isn't a startup or a shampoo brand. It's just a fictional company in the play that makes artificial workers. These robots in the play weren't made of metal, though. They weren't shiny or bleepy-bloopy. They were organic, biological creations, more like clone humans grown in a lab to do work humans didn't want to do. You know, jobs like manual labor, cleaning, and probably dealing with customer service complaints. Now, you're probably thinking, wait, that sounds more like androids or clones, not robots. And yeah, true. But back then, the definition of robot was more vibes than science. Here's the kicker. Čapek didn't actually invent the word robot himself. He gave the credit to his brother, Joseph Čapek. Apparently, Karel was originally going to call his fake humans something like laborai, from Latin labor, meaning work, which is accurate but sounds like a European laundry detergent. So Joseph was like, dude, that's boring. Call them robots instead. Boom! History made. Okay, so robot comes from the Czech word robota, and robota doesn't mean cool AI butler. It means forced labor. Yeah, not even subtle. It's basically the medieval version of we do not pay interns. In feudal times in Eastern Europe, robota referred to the unpaid work peasants had to do for their lords, like congrats on surviving the plague. Now go plow that field for free. So the word robot originally implied a being that was made to work tirelessly, without complaint, without pay. Basically, a corporate dream employee, or anyone working in retail during Black Friday. Back to the play R.U.R, which, by the way, is kind of the first real piece of fiction to explore what we now call the AI rebellion trope. So in the story, these robots, remember, lab-grown biohumans, are mass-produced by Rossum's company. They're emotionless, efficient, and treated like disposable appliances. Spoiler alert, they gain self-awareness. They unionize, basically. They overthrow humanity. Honestly, it's kind of inspiring. Except for the whole extinction of the human race part. R.U.R was the first major work to suggest that creating artificial workers could eventually backfire, which has been the plot of every robot movie since. From the Terminator to Wall-E. Yes, even Wall-E. That little trash compactor was out there judging us hard. The play was a hit. It was translated into over 30 languages and performed across Europe and the US within just a few years. People were like, "Wow, a machine uprising. How original." Then immediately, "Let's do it again, but with lasers." And from there, the word robot got sucked into pop culture like a Roomba into a sock. By the 1930s and 40s, it was everywhere. Books, radio, sci-fi pulp magazines. Then came Hollywood, and boom! Robots were officially metal, shiny, and occasionally adorable, or terrifying. No in between. Okay, speed round of robot-related trivia, because I love chaos. 1. The first actual robot, like mechanical, not biological, was built in the 1950s. So the word existed before the thing. It's like inventing the word Wi-Fi in 1803 and just waiting 150 years to make it happen. 2. Isaac Asimov, the sci-fi writer, didn't invent the word robot, but he did give us the 3 laws of robotics, which sound like moral guidelines, but are basically just tech support's dream rules. Don't break, don't kill, and don't cause paperwork. 3. In Japan, robots are often seen as friends or helpers, thanks to cultural influences like Shinto beliefs. Meanwhile, in the West, we're over here going, "Robots are gonna kill us all," while begging Alexa to play Taylor Swift. So yeah, the word robot came from a 100-year-old play, a Czech dude with a flair for drama, and a word that literally means indentured servitude, which is somehow darker than anything Black Mirror has ever written. And now, robots are dancing on TikTok, flipping burgers, vacuuming floors, and occasionally breaking down mid-sentence during a live demo. Truly, the future we dreamed of. So next time you yell at your smart speaker because it doesn't understand you, remember, you're yelling at something named after forced labor. Sleep tight. If you enjoyed this video, or if you are now scared of the inevitable robot uprising, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.